Cage, Dykeman and Roy Wilkins in Fort Greene Park, all in the building, right? It's one team in the city, let them know what it is. Empire state of mind, aiming over the bridge. Talk to us. Blowing orange, everything, blowing orange, everything.
All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation. On this Sunday evening, another edition of KFTV Post-Game Live. CP the Fanchise in the building. Are you not entertained? Because the Knicks would need every ounce, every second, every minute of a 48-minute basketball game to beat a severely short-handed Golden State Warriors team. And that's because we didn't even know who showed up in the first half, because it certainly was not the New York Knicks. But give credit to the Golden State Warriors. Pods, Santos, Post, and the boys really took it to the Knicks for the entire first half. And it would take a spirited effort by the Knicks in the second half to just get back into this one, as the Knicks were down by as much as 21 points in this one. But hey, give credit to the Warriors. They hung tight. And for the Knicks, a late game execution was what it took for them to win, but they got the job done. It wasn't pretty. It damn sure wasn't gritty. Knicks got to get their act together, man. 110 to 107. The Knicks get the job done. Call me up on the KFTV Discord. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Boy, oh boy, cardiac affair on a Sunday. Never a dull moment, but they get the job done. Salute to our franchise channel members. Salute to the replay gang on this one. Let's go. All right, salute to the family, man. Salute Post-Game Live, CP the Fanchise in the building. We'll get Alex in here in a second. It can never be easy for the Knicks. I mean, I hated to think that these guys would have had a shot to put the Warriors away early here, get some rest, and look forward to the next game in what is expected to be a light schedule. But that's why you can't dub these, or get ahead of yourself with these schedules, because you just don't know what's going to happen. And case in point, in this game, you had the Knicks get smoked in the first half. This is going to be one of those shows where you're listening now and you're thinking, boy, did the Knicks lose? Because it was absolutely embarrassing in the first half. If you turn the game off, I don't blame you. Because the Knicks showed up lifeless, without a care in the world, had no interest in running these guys off the three-point line, and they got the result that they got in that first. They were down by as much as 21 points to a Warriors team without Steph, Draymond, Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford, Jimmy Butler, Chris Mullin, Tim Hardaway, Mitch. I mean, you could just go on down the line. Look, I'm glad the team got the win, but I'm getting a little tired of trying to figure out who exactly this Knicks team is. And on the NBC broadcast, rightfully so, the fellow alumni called them out, from Melo to T-Mac to Vince Carter. Now is the time you got to be ramping up right now and getting ready. This is a dress rehearsal now. And look, you can never look past an opponent. You can't look past an opponent, especially nights like this where the other team doesn't have their stars. It could get dangerous because you can't game plan. You're not really able to game plan for these guys. And then these guys in the Golden State Warriors, they're playing fast, they're playing free, they're playing loose. And so you don't know which direction this thing is going to go in. That's one thing I said. Somebody had asked me, is this going to be an easy one? I said, well, they should get rest. They should win, but watch out for Pods. Because Pods was shredding the drop coverage, and every time he kept going to Draymond and Steph to get coached up, he would come back out and be shredding the Knicks. Shredding Towns in the drop coverage. I thought OG's defense tonight was horrible. Nobody wanted to run Post off the three-point line. He goes he took 10 threes. He goes 4 for 10 from the three-point line. I didn't like OG's defense. I thought it was a little lax in terms of running these guys off the three-point line. Santos, I mean, those are the three guys that killed him. Santos, great job tonight by him. Give credit where it's due. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists for Santos. He put it on him. And like the 50-50 balls, the hustle plays, like the Warriors came out. And, you know, it's very interesting because when you say things like one team wanted it more, and then the basketball nerds are like, oh, that's lazy analysis, it really was the case in the first half. Because in the second half, at least in the third quarter, you saw a much better effort from the Knicks. They finally woke up. They found their nuts. And they finally did something. Instead of jacking up threes, like, oh, flashbulb, light bulb, feed the big man inside. Look how many times they went to Karl-Anthony Towns. Look how many times Karl-Anthony Towns attacked the basket in that third quarter. First half, you had several possessions where the guy doesn't even touch the ball. And so, like, that is, like, the puzzling thing with this Knicks team. It's like, why do you guys try to make it harder on yourself? The Knicks' path to doing something in these playoffs, this guy needs 20 shots minimum. So, Karl starts attacking the basket. Jalen starts attacking the basket. They start forcing the issue. And they get themselves back into the game. The threes start falling and all of that. Jalen Brunson, the high man, 30 points, 9 of 20 from the field. Luckily, got to the free throw line 10 times and cashed all 10 free throws. You had Karl-Anthony Towns with 17 points, 12 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. And I hope they don't even give out to Tim tonight. Don't even give out to Tim tonight. The Tim's in a hard hat, they got to go to the dogs. I don't even know who gets the Tim's in a hard hat tonight. So Towns finishes with 17 and 12. You had Brunson with 30. He was the high man. OG chipped in with 14. But my role player of the game tonight was actually Jordan Clarkson with his 14. 6 of 11 from the field, 1 of 2 from downtown. I thought Clarkson was great tonight off the bench and had some key plays, especially in that fourth quarter. Hit a 3, had a 3-point play, attacked the basket along with another footer. Well, another one-handed floater in the paint. So he had 8 points in that fourth quarter, did Jordan Clarkson. I liked Clarkson's effort tonight. And, you know, giving the Knicks life, giving the Knicks a spark. Once again, off the bench and in that fourth quarter. So could Jordan Clarkson's minutes, is it going to be a mainstay here? We'll just have to wait and see. But right now, he played aggressive. He gave him good shot creation. And they were rewarded for it. I thought Clarkson's minutes in the fourth were good. But then you just had the loosey-goosiness. Another thing, the turnovers. 15 turnovers for the Knicks tonight, leading to 22 Golden State Warrior points. Come on, man. Some of the laziest, sloppiest turnovers, handing these guys chances to kill you. Sloppy, man. And on the other side, a Warrior team without many guys, as you would expect, was turning it over and helping the Knicks. 18 Warrior turnovers leading to 21 Knicks points. That's part of what got the Knicks in the game. But it's like this, like up and down, playing down to the. You want to say they play down to the competition? The announcers are trying to make excuses for about it's a first game back from the road trip and all of that. But it's like, come on now, man. Who exactly are you? Because honestly, in that first half, if I was at the Garden, I would have booed him tonight. And I heard Mike Brown ripped into these guys. Ripped into these guys in the first half. I would have booed. I would have booed and asked for my money back tonight. Especially had they lost. Now, the fourth quarter got kind of interesting. Because the Knicks did take the lead, and they were up by like as much as like 6 points or so. Dubs came back. They kept coming. And Santos with nice footwork, pulls the Dubs to within one. Then you had a nice Brunson mid-range that got the Knicks back up. Then Pods comes back and gets a scoop layup. Then you had a Brunson miss, a Pods miss. They foul Shamet, and give credit to the Dubs. They put two of the guys at the free throw line that you probably wanted to put on the free throw line. They put Shamet at the free throw line, and he knocked down his 2 free throws. And then in the end, they put OG on the free throw line, and he knocked down his free throws. Give the Knicks credit tonight. They shot 96% from the charity stripe. And then the Knicks did foul when they were up by 3. They did foul with the foul to give. Pod scores a layup, and then they put OG on the line, and he finished it with the 2 free throws. But again, why did it need to come down to this? How do you come out the gates and just come out with lousy national TV? So, yeah, Brown ripped into them. We got 1,000 people on the check-in. Like, share, subscribe. Salute to the Fanchise channel members. And boy, oh boy, what else happened in the fourth quarter? You had another DMP for one Mikal Bridges. It's a story. This is a story. Once again, Mikal Bridges, nowhere to be found in the fourth quarter. Plays 21 minutes tonight, the least amongst the starting 5. Clarkson and Shamet playing more minutes than Mikal Bridges. What's going on? Talk to me, people in the chat. Knicks fam, talk to me in the chat. Is Mike Brown sending this guy a message? No Mikal Bridges. I thought the rotations got a little dicey in that fourth quarter because Mike Brown went double big midway through the fourth quarter. He had Mitch and Karl out there. So it got dicey where he had to sit both of those guys down and had to go with OG at the 5 for a couple of minutes. So, big messages, right? Big message, DJ Tiger Paul. Big message from Mikal Bridges. You're making $150 million. And you got 2 guys on vet minimums in Clarkson. Now, Clarkson is getting your minutes. Clarkson and Shamet taking your minutes. I don't mind it. They got to send him this message before the playoffs. You got to step it up, man. And the problem with Bridges is the problem that I have with the Knicks just in general is like when you're not chucking threes, what else can you be doing to get points on the board? They don't generate enough takeaways. Now tonight they did, but they played a bad Golden State team. And then they don't attack enough. But then they turned it back on in the third quarter. Very, very interesting stuff. Salute. So call me up in the KFTV Discord. Let me know what you guys think about this one, man. We're going to get Alex in here. Let me salute some of the super chats that have come in. If you're at the Garden tonight, well, you got your money's worth. No chef, but you certainly got your money's worth. Had to bring the pacemaker to the Garden tonight. Shout out to Selfmade Rush. $5 super chat says, the beef between Cat and the team needs to end. He needs the ball. It's weird. It's weird stuff going on, man. It's weird stuff going on with the Cat stuff. First half, he goes into the first half with 4 shots. This is your all-star. You got guys like Alvarado and these guys, they're not even looking for the guy. Very, very weird stuff there with the whole Cat dynamic. But I was encouraged to see him attacking in that third quarter, and they fed him and they allowed him to attack in that third quarter. You got Post guarding you. Cat should have had 50 points tonight. He should have had 50 points tonight. It's just not. Something is just not connecting there with the Cat situation. Shout out to Dylan Baum, 25-24, says they need to start these games better. Still never had a doubt. Felt like Utah all over again. Yeah, I didn't think they were going to lose the game. But damn, you let these guys have you on the ropes down by 21. That's a lot. And look at the effort that you have to pour in just to get back. This should have been a night where by the third quarter, midway through the third quarter, you put in enough work to get your extended bench in there and you're chilling, eating your popcorn on the bench. Harrison Montreal says, happy we got the W despite the rough start. 20-point comeback, and we hit our free throws. Now I can enjoy this USA-DR game in peace. Yeah, bottom of the ninth. DR on the ropes. Who is this? Miller versus Perdomo. 1 for 2. I'll probably be a little bit behind. I'm watching on alternate broadcast here. Okay. 2-2. All right. I'm not looking at the chat because I don't want any spoilers. Shout out Triple CC. Pointer. Fanchise Channel $5 Super Chat says, I think we hit a high for most aggravating wins this season. It wasn't pretty. You know the rest. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't gritty either. Okay, I'm looking at a full count here. No spoilers in the chat. I'm looking at a full count. Let me get Al up in here. It's good, bro. How you feeling?
I don't know what I just watched, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's I'm all right personally, but like watching 3 straight games where the Knicks are playing under 500, not under 500 opponents. Well, let me check the Warriors real quick. Don't even know what their record is.
I mean, with the guys they had out there, you might as well call them that. Yeah. You know what I
mean? For sure. Yeah, they're all under 500. And yet you would think that the Knicks were playing these dominant teams. And what makes it even more sad, CP, is that against Utah, against Indiana, against Golden State, like the Knicks should have come out swinging and have they should be the ones up 20 points, not the other way around where they're now having to be in a dogfight, by the half, and now you're looking to make this thing an actual battle. It's mind-boggling, man. These last 3 games, thankfully they've been winning them, but for a team that think about,
and there it is, strikes out looking. The USA advances.
And they beat DR. Wow.
DR. Oh, man, my Dominicans in the chat, talk to me, man. What happened? Strikes him out looking. Y'all went out looking. Wow. So DR and PR both exiting here, Al. All right, go ahead.
Woo, that's huge.
DR and PR out of there, man.
So who's USA going to play next?
Is it a rematch against Italy? I got to see what the brackets are looking like. Who's USA playing?
They're going to be throwing some meatballs down the middle.
who's USA playing? So they went from not even knowing the rules of this thing to playing in the finals. 2-1.
That's wow.
Wow. Good pitching, man. Good pitching.
That's great pitch if you're winning 2-1.
Yeah, good pitching. USA. All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
But yeah, like for the Knicks, man, just like you got to be coming out doing better than this. Like you're thinking about health, you're thinking about getting these guys some rest for the postseason. Like in these last 3 games, there's no reason why we should be watching Brunson having to expend himself to save this team or anybody, man. Even for like Clarkson, it's one thing for him to get back into the rotation and get some minutes so that way he gets into a rhythm. But like the fact that we had to go back to the Brunson well for him to bail us out against a Warriors team that didn't have Draymond, DeAnthony Melton, Steph. Like there was nobody out there, man. And instead you have Santos on the other side looking like he's playing like Brunson with the footwork. Craziness.
Yeah.
But they got to do better, man. This team's got to do better. This team's got to be locked in and be thinking about, hey, let's get this thing done early to give these guys some rest because now you got Brunson, Hart, Cat playing 30-plus minutes. You don't want to see this, man. You just don't want to see this. It's got to be better. And the whole thing with, like, Karl-Anthony Towns not getting enough looks, man. Like, how is it in the second quarter? This is Cat's show to run. And I'm watching everybody else but Cat get involved.
Running like chickens without heads.
Bro, it's insanity. Like, Alvarado needs to do a better job orchestrating the offense. Otherwise, you're going to have to put Kolek back in there. Because Kolek will get guys good looks. And what's wacky, CP, is that Alvarado and Cat were getting some good chemistry going on. Now it looks like Alvarado is trying to be like the Brunson of that second unit, and it's not how it should be.
Yeah.
And then don't get me started on Bridges, man, because this is just
another fourth quarter DMP. Another fourth quarter DMP for Mikal Bridges, man. What's going on right now, man?
I have no idea with him, but he's got to get his act together. This man looks like he's on a sabbatical while at work, man. It's crazy. Like,
it's a message, is it not?
It is a message. It's a message from Mike Brown. Yo, get your ish together so that way you can play. And what's even more wild, CP, is that this is the guy who had criticism about Tom Thibodeau last year. This is the guy who was throwing subliminals at the beginning of this season when Tibbs was out of here and was happy and all that, and then was shooting so well and had a great start to the season. And now you're talking about a guy who's putting like less than 15, some nights 10 points. And it's like, where are you? Where are you even defensively? Like you can't be left out there for even some of your offense. It's just weird, man. And you also got the bag. You also got the bag this offseason. You can't be looking like this with less than 15 games before the postseason. All right? I don't care if these guys think they got the switch to turn it on. You got to do something better than this, man. Can't be playing like this and then be like, oh, yeah, I'll just turn it on in the postseason. That rarely to never ever works.
Well, hopefully he wakes up because, like I said, the coach is clearly sending him a message. Another fourth quarter where you're not even going to know for the bench. 21 minutes. He got the least amount of minutes amongst the top 7. You got the least amount of minutes. So, got to turn it up, man. 110 to 107. Knicks get the job done over the Starless Warriors. Had about 100 guys out. I listed all the guys earlier. But they got the job done. Jalen Brunson, the high man here. 30 points for Cat on 9 of 20 shooting. 10 free throws. Did get his 10 free throws. And 2 of 7 from downtown. 2 steals, 1 block to go along with 9 assists. What you think about Cap tonight, man?
I thought he was great. He was holding it down from the start, man. I mean, you need an answer. Like, Cap didn't have it going in the first. Obviously, we know Bridges didn't have it. Either OG. None of the starters had it going. No one on the bench had it going in that first quarter. I thought Brunson came out guns a-blazing and wanted to win. He's showing that competitive edge tonight and was able to carry it through all 4 quarters, man. And then once again, when you have the Warriors creeping back into this thing late in this game, you have Brunson who just gets to a spot in the mid-range, that right side, right? That right by the right high post. Just pulls up, drills the midi, closes this thing out, man, and just stops this entire, like, shenanigans of a performance by this team, man. And so Brunson, I like seeing that Brunson is getting back into this. He struggled to get into an offensive groove, but tonight, and I get it, I get it. It is the Warriors without the top guys, but still, you now got 2 games where he's getting back into rhythm. Obviously, we saw it against the Pacers. Now we saw it against the Warriors. I like that he's starting to get into that postseason mode right now, man, because he needs to be the guy to lead this all the way, man.
Yeah, very, very important piece of the puzzle. And here is Cap after the game, courtesy of NBA on NBC. After the win, here we go.
A lot of time score management too. What was the key to that last minute and a half?
Run it back.
A lot of time score management too. What was the key to that last minute and a half?
Staying poised. They were playing great all game. We were able to fight back, but regardless of who's in for them, they're going to fight no matter what. So just way to stay poised.
And you don't get to clutch time unless you erase that 21-point deficit. How'd you all turn this game around?
Yeah, it was a big lead early. We knew we just had to chip away. And we just kept chipping away. By the third quarter, we got the lead, but it was never comfortable. But like I said before, way to stay poised, and we found a way.
Not the prettiest win, so what do you take away from this one?
A win's a win. Yeah, definitely not the prettiest, but we got to learn from it. We got to learn that our starts matter, and so we just got to be better in the beginning of the game.
And then for you, 30 points? Can we get a smile for that? It's been a few weeks. How does it feel to get back into that column?
I'm just happy we won, no matter what, but definitely in a better rhythm now than I've been in the past couple weeks.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
All right, that was Jalen Brunson with Zora Stevenson, NBA on NBC. NBC did a great job with the coverage tonight. And as they both said, it wasn't pretty. I think they were watching KFTV. Did they steal my line? It wasn't pretty. They said it a couple times. Maybe that was a shout out. Maybe that was Cap's shout out to us here at the #1 show for the fans by the fans, man. Thank you, Jalen, for shouting us out, man. But as he said, they got to avoid the slow starts. And again, yes, I said it at the top of the show. People in the chat said, you can't play down to the competition. Yeah, it happens. When teams are without their stars, the ball moves freely. You don't really game plan for it, and the Warriors are playing loose. They were letting it fly out there. I give them a lot of credit, man. They played fast.
They had nothing to lose.
They had nothing to lose. And Podge was out there. He was trying to be Chef. He's getting coaching from Chef and Draymond. Did you see when oh my God, it was so damn disrespectful. Did you see when Podge tried to post up Karl-Anthony Towns? Oh my God. Oh my God. That was a directive straight from Draymond Green. Did you see that, bro?
I did see that, and it's like,
bro, I would have literally thrown him into the Knick bench. Real talk. Real talk. Like, luckily he ended up stealing the ball or
yes.
deflected the ball into a steal.
Yes.
That was the most disrespectful thing. One of the most disrespectful things I've seen all year in the NBA. Crazy.
Look, man. I can also say that Pods was feeling himself. He was trying to take on anybody. It didn't even matter who it was.
He's balling. So he's doing his thing.
So to play like devil's advocate, like, yeah, disrespectful, but I'm like, this guy was also out there hooping. He was trying to take on everybody.
Yeah. And how about post? Like, I thought, like, yo, OG, like, you got to run post off the three-point line. I don't think they let post get comfortable. Santos was getting gritty inside.
When we ran small ball, and Post was able to get the mixed match. Who was Clarkson? He got Clarkson. I was like, all right, man. OG, you're the only guy out there right now that is the big. You cannot let this happen. You can't.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to move you. And I thought that was a good move to go small ball, man, to keep up with that pace. Because I'm like, all right, Post is like, he's a tall dude, but he doesn't have the strength to move OG. But to get to be that, like, this is how bad the defense was tonight, CP. They allowed so much switching where you were just giving the Warriors the mismatches that they wanted. You were giving the Warriors all the open shots on the perimeter. And I thought they just, like, that from, like, a basic standpoint of just, hey, what have we been doing well these last month and a half or so? We've been staying at home. We've been making the appropriate switches when need be, not just doing it because of laziness, fighting over the screen or getting back in front of our guy. I felt like a lot of that stuff tonight was just laziness, that they weren't trying to get around the screen and stick with their guys, and that was creating the open opportunities for everybody else. And I thought for the OG one, where he should have been on post, I was like, could have fought a little bit harder. I didn't think the Warriors were setting that hard of a screen that they couldn't have fought over tonight.
That got a little interesting though, because he found himself in Mike Brown with the double bigs out there deep into that fourth, and I was like, okay, this is interesting, because who's ultimately going to go to the bench, and then who's going to finish? The two of them went to the bench, and Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson. So then he had to go with OG at the small ball 5. He had to run with that for a little bit. So I thought the rotations did get a little bit interesting. He did go to Mo early. Mo started fumbling around, so he sat Mo, didn't really trust him again late. But again, Shamit, and then how about Clarkson? Cardiac Clarkson, man, getting another solid. I thought he was solid in the fourth. 8 points in the fourth quarter for Clarkson. Got in the shot creation bag and gave him some much needed scoring there, man.
He gave him a jolt of energy, man. He gave the jolt of energy that was needed for this team. It was Brunson, nobody in the second quarter. Then you talk like we were looking for some answers. Then Clarkson gets out there. He's like, all right, hold on one second. Let me show you why I should not have been benched, man, and why you guys need me. And he just continued to show what he did out in Utah, man. And this is once again, like, you could say, hey, Warriors didn't have anybody. You know, I expect Clarkson to go out there and go do this, but reality is Clarkson's a bench player. He's going to be inconsistent. I need him to be ready to go for the postseason because, once again, look what he's doing in the paint. He's he's flipping up shots, man, and making it look easy. Even on the attempt that he tried to get to Mitch in the paint, where he's just contorting and trying to get these dump off passes, I'm like, nobody else is going to be able to do that, and you're going to need somebody to do that, man, because at the end of the day, when you're looking at how do you bend a defense, sometimes it's waiting for that last minute where you think you're going to be the guy who's going to put up the shot, and just that's when they really collapse, and they have no idea what's coming next. And so you're going to need Clarkson. I'm going to keep saying the same thing, man. You're going to need Clarkson, and I'm glad that he's getting these minutes right now, man, because right now Alvarado's not giving it to you. You know, Mo's good for defensive purposes and some like spot like offense here and there. But outside of Brunson, who can continue to dribble and just break down a defense, it's going to be Clarkson, man.
Well, the thing right now, and you're right, because right now with Alvarado, it's like if he's not doing his GTA thing and he's not passing, facilitating well, then he's just a small guard out there doing not too much. You're not really having an impact. You know what I mean? You're kind of a liability at that point if you're not doing your scrappy energy, forcing turnovers, or feeding the bigs, or just spreading the ball around. Then he could be looking more and more situational as we look.
Are you looking for Kolek to come back now? Are you like more and more leaning towards Kolek to get back in the rotation to be that playmaker?
I think it's looking like Clarkson right now. It's looking like Clarkson. Mike Brown, you got to get gritty, man. We're getting to the playoffs. Like you got to get gritty right now.
So like, there's no way that you even try to figure out how you get Kolek in there, even with keeping Clarkson out there. You're not even willing to go 10 with Kolek.
Because you got Deuce. You're forgetting Deuce.
I'm not forgetting Deuce. I just don't know what Deuce is going to look like.
If Deuce is coming back, Kolek has no shot. I don't think he has a shot.
I agree with you on that. Once again, I just don't know. I don't know if Deuce is going to come back, how he's going to look when he's coming back. So if you're Mike Brown, CP, would you then start to bring him back into the rotation right now and let him start getting some runs so that way he's fresh?
Clearly not, man. You know? You're not going to play all these guards, bro. And it's like right now, if they're not getting effective playmaking to get Cat going, then right now he's going with Clarkson, he's going with Shamit. Where it's like, all right, how we get Towns? We'll spray the ball around. He can knock down a three, dump it down to him in the post, let him go to work. Or dump it down to him and shoot the mid-range. He shot a nice little mid-range today.
He did.
I don't see what they like. Shoot. He's one of the best shooters. Next to Brunson, he's the next best shooter, most reliable shooter. Dump it down to him, let him get the mid-range. If you say you can't back so-and-so down, or you're afraid of the offensive fouls, face up, shoot the jumper. Face up and shoot the jumper from anywhere.
Cat was having a lot of success in the paint tonight.
He was. How about that third quarter? He was a monster.
Oh, phenomenal. He came alive in that third quarter. That's the physicality we needed to begin with.
Yeah.
If we had that in the first half, we're probably not having this conversation and the feelings of, oh, well, why are they having slow starts? Oh, why do they continue to do this? We'd probably be in a better mood, you know? They still won. Still happy they won. You know? Not worried about them in the postseason, but, you know, you got to work on these issues, man. You can't be still working on slow starts and all this stuff, man, trying to figure out how you get like, time's ticking. Postseason's about to be here.
Yeah. Well, absolutely, man. Call us up on the KFTV Discord. Let us know how you feel about this game. Karl-Anthony Towns, 17 points, 12 boards, no threes. As you said, everything inside, 7 to 12 from the field. Just Karl had to get busy in the third quarter, but you know this is what I mean. Where they always have those moments where they correct, right? The first half he gets 4 attempts, and what do they do in the second half? They're forcing it to him down low. Forcing it to him down low. And he's rewarded. Yeah, he picked up a couple of offensive fouls, whatever. He did. But we got to live with that. He's got to be smarter, of course. But you can't just go away from him because of the offensive fouls or, you know, the offensive fouls, or you're afraid that he can't back somebody down or whatever. He still has to establish his position, and they got to go to him. You got to go to him. Period. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Vic from the Sty. $20 super chat says some issues. Cat must be featured in the first. He has to get going early to establish paint presence. 2, Hart can't be a starter. Starters aren't afraid to shoot. It's ruining our spacing. Yeah, I didn't think Josh was good tonight. He says 3, Mikal, we can't have half-baked wings. So Mikal Bridges, half-baked wings. It's half-baked. That's what he said. So shout out to Vic from the Sty. Salute to you, Vic. Shout out to NY Life. $10 super chat. He says, this is a real concern, man. We should have been up by 30. We look like trash for 3 quarters against the second stringers. We need to wake up. This is not championship ball. Guys need to put their egos aside. Yeah, guys need to play that. They didn't fight in the first half. It was clear. Once they started fighting, the game got back to within reach, but they were down by so much that, you know, go and give credit to Golden State. They hung tight. Their turnovers kind of doomed them in. That's why Steve Kerr, you saw when Steve Kerr was very animated. He was pissed. Yeah. He was pissed because their turnovers really helped the Knicks tonight. And shout out Fix from the Sty. They said OG got bodied tonight. Yeah, Richard put him on the poster. That's all right. He went for it. I'd rather him go for it than these guys that run out the way. So he got posted tonight. All right. You know, the guy got him. He made a play. The guy made a better play. I ain't mad at it. He got posted, whatever. He got posted. It is.
Have you seen any of the tweets from the beat reports? It looks like Mike Brown is not thrilled in his presser right now.
Well, I heard he ripped him. If you catch any presser links, send it over. But I heard he laced into them tonight.
I have sent you some tweets here. I got some from Begley, Bondi, Christian Winfield. Bondi was Begley. All right. So from Begley.
Yep, pulling it up first. This, go ahead. I'm reading it. I'm pulling it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, Begley tweeted, Mike Brown spent several minutes on his post-game press conference talking about the team needing to start games with more focus and physicality. Said he's not at a point where he's going to change the lineup, but he won't hesitate to do so if he feels needed to.
Okay.
You got Bondi saying the same thing. He quotes Mike Brown saying, I was not happy with the way we started the game and played it most of the way. Then Bondi said Brown was so pissed.
Thank you.
He didn't even mention who the defensive player of the game was.
Leave the Tims. Leave the Tims. Put the Tims away tonight. We can't do the Tims tonight. That was embarrassing. We could. Who we even named for that tonight?
There should be nobody named for the Tims tonight, man.
No Tims tonight. Thank you, Mike Brown. Thank you, Mike Brown. No theatrics tonight. We got to regroup and lock in. How much games you got? 14 games left?
Mm-hmm. 14.
13. 69 to 69. We got 13 games left. It's money time on the way. Mike Brown sees what time it is. Put the Tims away for the rest of the season if we have to. We got to lock in, man. That's what I said on the show. There's no way we could dish out the Timbs tonight. Ain't no way.
To who? Who even played defense that well to get the
Right.
Timbs tonight?
Right. Somebody just said JB off the record defensive player of the game.
Oh my God. Because he got a steal?
Yeah. That was nice, though. That was an active pickpocket that he took the other way. That was a good steal.
I mean, if there's some better defense, he might have gotten defensive player of the game, CB, for that one.
All right, in the chat says they get the lugs today. Yeah, you ain't getting the Timbs today. You're getting the lugs. That's funny as hell. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chucky. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. Shout out to Cedric Melbourne, $10 super chat. He says, fighting for our lives against bums is crazy work. CodyGlock, what you say about your man Bridges tonight? This is low vibrations. He hasn't contributed in about 5 games. Talk us off the ledge, fam. Well, like I said, it is a message being sent. He needs to respond. He should be embarrassed getting all that money, and you got Clarkson and Shamet outplaying you. You need to be impacting winning in other ways outside of just jacking threes. Yet and still there is time. As I said, there's 13 games. You got a week off, recalibrate, and get your mind right. You got time. He's got time. He's got about a month. He's got about a month before game 1. Recalibrate.
You better come correct, man, for game 1.
He's got to.
Because there's no way in hell. This is because if you think he's catching heat now, if he doesn't perform in the postseason, knowing that he's got an extension now.
Yeah, he's out of here.
Oh, man. Done. Quite honestly, the way that he's been playing, you know what I've been thinking about? The conversation that you had with Evan Roberts when you asked him his thoughts on Mikal Bridges. And he was like, he could be better. Not aggressive. And you're seeing that right now. And it's okay that you're the 4th option, that you don't get to necessarily have to be in the limelight and have to be heavily relied on. But you got to bring the defense at least something to the table. You didn't bring anything to the table.
Straight DMPs. DMPs, man. Straight DMPs. All right, let's look at the shoots, everybody in the chat. We in here. CP and Alex in the building. Calls up in the KFTV Discord. We'll get to the calls in a moment. Let's get to the key stats of the night, man. Brought to you guys by Prize Picks. Knicks get the dub. 110 to 107. Both teams shot the ball close to 50%. 49 for the Dubs, 46 for the Knicks. Knicks did get their three-point percentage up a little bit, but that was one of the stories of the first half. They were just jacking and bricking, but they did get up to 31%. For the Warriors, 37% from 3. One of the things I thought saved the Knicks, their free throw shooting was probably the best all year. 96% from the charity stripe, 22 of 23, which was good. Rebounds, they won the rebounding battle 44 to 35, as you'd expect. Warriors win the assist battle 26 to 23. Turnovers. 15 Knicks turnovers led to 22 Warrior points, and then the Warriors gave it right back. 18 Warrior turnovers leading to 21 Knicks points. Knicks won the fast break battle 15 to 6. Points in the paint went to the Dubs, as you'd expect. 46 to 44. Largest lead of the night, 21 for the Warriors to 7 for the Knicks. Your thoughts, man?
I think the thing that stands out to me the most is the three-point shooting, just because it wasn't great all game long. And to me, it's what is going to change to get these guys looking at something different when it doesn't fall. I think that's one for me, the three-point shooting. Next thing is also the turnovers. I mean, they won the turnover battle tonight, CP, but they didn't really win the turnover battle, if you know what I mean. Like, when I watched a lot of those turnovers, I'm like, who are you passing to? What are you looking at? What is, like, they could have easily had under double-digit turnovers tonight. And a lot of this stuff is just nonsense. It is like not looking who you're passing to, trying to be flashy when you don't need to be flashy. Like, it's just stuff where you could correct all these things, man. It's like you're looking at who you're going to pass to too, and communicating that to the defense so that way they can jump the passing lane. The Knicks got to work better on that, man. because even though they've been good at managing, it's different from how they were like protecting the rock earlier in the season to now. They could still be winning the turnover battle, but they'll be playing in a lot closer games if they continue to make these dumb turnovers, man. So they got to clean that up as well. I know they won 15-18. They're within the range of what they average on the season, but they really got to clean that up.
Yeah, I agree with that on the turnovers. I thought it was borderline ridiculous. The fact that they were literally throwing the ball away in this game today. And that, Warriors took advantage of that. 22 points. They gave up 22 points, and the turnovers continue. It hurt them on the road trip, and they brought it to New York. Like but it's just like sloppy turnovers, man.
Yeah, Gary Payton and Santos took advantage of that all night long, man.
All night long. All night. So they've got to get that part together, and then you look at the points in the paint. And as you're asking, like, what is it? What is the in between? If the shots aren't falling, what are you doing? Warriors is going straight to the basket. The glove was finishing. The mitten was finishing. Rashard dunked on OG. Like, they were going straight to the cup. And that's the thing with the Knicks. It's like, just the jacking of the threes. It's tough. But they did get to the free throw line. They did get to 26 attempts. And they were able to knock down quite a bit. So, I mean, that was all right. But they've got to be able to go inside. And that's where it's like, all right, well, if your threes aren't falling, then how do you settle for the fact that your big man only got 4 touches in that first half? That just can't happen. I
mean, 12 touches in general for Towns is just egregious, man.
He needs 20
Absolutely
a night.
Egregious.
He needs 20 a night. They got to get back to that. Mike Brown could talk about the starts and all of that, but he's got to figure out this offense. This whole, like, the equal opportunity thing, all right, we can go for it if he's getting involved. But you can't have whole possessions where you're not even letting him touch the ball. Makes no sense.
CP, Cat was averaging 17 field goal attempts per game last year.
Yeah.
And he's now down to 14. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of touches to think. Like, I know it's like, oh, well, it's only, really like 3 touches he's losing per game. But, like, to have a statistical drop that big, it's a lot more than 3 a night. You know what I mean? So, like, to what your point is, you got to figure out how to get Cat involved. And it's not even like him demanding the ball at this point. Or it's like, oh, is he even setting? He is setting himself up at these times. He's doing everything you're asking to do at this point. Now it's up for his teammates to actually find him and get him the ball. And also, the one thing I'm just so baffled by, the one thing that he did so well out in Minnesota is the trailing threes. We don't utilize him for trailing threes at all. That's where he punishes teams, man.
Yeah.
And we don't do that for him. Like, we make it 10 times harder for him to go be efficient. It's like, all right, you see Towns like trailing back. And then it's like, all right, we'll wait for Towns. You'll see Alvarado, somebody else dribbling the ball. Then after Towns is waiting on the wing, it's like, all right, man, now it's your turn. It's like, bro, there was nobody on him as soon as he crossed and got to the right at the 3-point line. At the top of the key where he's the most efficient for drilling threes. Just craziness, man.
Absolutely crazy. Either way, man, the key stats tonight brought to you guys by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is back in New York and now in all 50 states. And right now, if you download the Prize Picks app, use our code KFTV, you can get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. So you can watch the games and win some money at the same time. And to play Prize Picks, it's real simple. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. That's it. And you just had World Baseball Classic. You have baseball coming up. You got NBA basketball coming up. So you have a lot of sports that you can choose from. But from an NBA lens, you just pick the 2 to 6. And you go more or less, you predict more or less on a stat projection. So, for example, Jalen Brunson was rolling tonight for 30. I'm sure the Prize Picks number was around like 24.5. You choose more, then you would hit on that. But you can also load up on the Brunson picks. You can go up to 3 times in the same lineup. So you can do points, assists, threes. They have rebounds and assist combinators. They have points, rebounds, and assist combinators. A ton to choose from. You could do turnovers if you wish. You probably would have won some money tonight if you went more on a couple of player turnovers. And they got early payouts, Al. So not only are they available in the 50 states, you have early payouts, quick to deposit, withdrawals are fast and secure, and you can even follow the PrizePicks social feed to see what the community is building. So don't miss out. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code KFTV to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Okay. Let's get to the phones. Any press conference? Do we have the Mike Brown stuff or no?
I'm still looking for it.
Okay. Well, let me pull up this Chris Persianen tweet here. Pull it up. Okay, he says, Mike Brown frustrated with the need for so many early timeouts. A veteran team that has experience winning at a high level, I shouldn't have to call 2 timeouts in the first 6 minutes of the ball game, and we're not talking X's and O's. Effort. Simple and plain. Effort, man.
And CP, you would think that this team would come back angry after the way they performed on that West Coast trip. You would think they would come back angry. You could have had that game in LA. You could have had that game against the Clippers. You could have had a better outing against Utah. You had, I get that you didn't have Josh and Kat, but you still were in more of a dogfight than you needed to be in against the Pacers. Like, you should be like, all right, we're home. We got some rest in. We're angry, man. We gave them some games that we could have had. And they did, and they weren't playing like they were pissed.
They were cruising.
It's like they're cruising until the postseason. And I'm telling you, man, if they're trying to flip a switch, it's not going to look pretty. Not going to look pretty. But I got a question for you, CP.
Yep.
With the Knicks being, and I'm just making sure where they stand for advanced stats today. Knicks are number 6. They dropped a little bit, so went from being 5 to 6 now, and they're still number 3 offensive rating wise. Even though they're in the top 10, watching these games, have you felt like they've been that dominant? Where you look at these advanced like stats and you're like, they match the eye test. Have you felt that way?
I always said, like, either with offensive or defensive rating, like, they're good. I think it's good numbers. They're a good team, right? They are a good team. I'm not going to just sit here and be like, oh, they're terrible. They're a good team. The whole terrible team is ridiculous. They're a good team. The record reflects it. They're at the same point that they were last year. They're a good team. But also, like, when you factor in offensive, defensive rating, it matters who you play when you play them. You know what I mean? Like, in this stretch, if they win all these games against all these teams below 500, that defensive rating should be in that 5 range. Maybe it goes to 4. But it doesn't mean that, they are improving defensively. It doesn't mean that they just played shit teams. You know what I mean?
No,
so
for
you
sure.
kind of have to, like, I wouldn't say grain of salt, but you need the context also. You absolutely need the context. I'm not saying that they're a bad team because obviously the record says otherwise. But when I look at when I see like these advanced numbers and when they're being touted, right? And you're so high in when you're so high in the rating, I'm like, should that mean you're like a juggernaut? Like you go out there and like you're like really pulverizing these teams? Because that's how it feels. Yeah.
Especially if like you're in like top 10 for both. Like I feel like you should be like going out there and really dominating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
no, I think
I just haven't felt.
I think you also have to look at more advanced stats, like how many points are they giving up? What's their half court defensive rating? How many points are they giving up in the half court? What's the shooting percentages that they're giving up in the half court? What's their turnover percentage like? I'm big on turnover percentage. I'm very big on turnover percentage. I'd like to see them be elite at it. They're not going to be elite at it because they don't have enough elite defensive players to do it. But it also helps when I talk about having different ways to score and different ways to win. Turnover percentage is one. And on the offensive side, free throw attempts is another. You can't get that if you're not putting pressure on the rim and attacking the basket. So those are like some two of the areas that is still a concern for me. But I still like where they are. Still like where they are. All right, before we get to the phones, we got some more super chats coming in. Salute to everybody rocking with us. 11 o'clock here, 11:40 here on the East Coast. CP and Alex on the ones and twos. Let me shout out some more. We got $10 super chat for King David. Says, no, Tim's is a great move. After Mikal's fake accountability game earlier this season in Toronto, he went right back into a shell. This is a different team if he simply averages a consistent 16 and 18. That is true, sir. That is very true. Shout out to Torian. $10 super chat says, casual fans looking at the game with checker glasses on while Brown is playing chess. Mikal has more playoff experience. The L's, than Landry Shamet and Jordan Clarkson has proven himself. This is a good closing experience for Clarkson and Shamet. Okay, so he's saying he's trying to hype them up versus a message to Mikal. No, I think this is a message. This is a message.
Is he trying to say that Mikal is just we're able to let Mikal cruise and we're just trying to get Clarkson?
Yeah.
And Shaman more minutes?
Trying to ramp them up for the playoffs. No, I think this is a message, man. I think it's a message, man. He's not playing well.
I'd also say, why can't you have both?
Yeah, could have both.
Why can't you have Mikal playing well while having Shamet and Clarkson playing well?
Yeah.
I'd rather that. I'd rather see all my guys be in postseason form than, all right, man, you just take a breather. And it's more than just a breather than like one game.
Yeah. Mr. Bino Eno says Knicks don't scare anyone. I mean, who's the scariest team in the league?
Scariest team in the league?
Yeah.
Probably the Thunder. But even like, there's not really a scary I'm not even in the East. There's nobody that's scary. I can tell you that right now. Not afraid of Detroit. I'm not afraid of Boston. Not afraid of Cleveland either.
Yeah. Well, speaking of all those teams, Detroit lost, Cleveland lost tonight, and Boston won yesterday against the Wizards. I would assume, right? I didn't hear.
Yeah, they did win against the Wizards.
I didn't check on that. So, if we look at the standings here, Knicks are 2.5 up on the Cavs. We'll get to the standing. 2.5 up on the Cavs. 1 game back of Boston. 5 back of Detroit. So if it ended today, you'd have, the matchup you want. You have Knicks and Toronto. That's the matchup you don't want to pick your opponent. You don't want to run from anybody, but that's light work.
That's a good matchup.
That's a good matchup. Because it's not the physical taxing matchup that Orlando will be.
Yeah, and look, man, like we can be real. Like you do want favorable matchups in the first round. Like it's not duck and smoke, but it's also like
you don't want to get worn down.
Yeah,
by
man.
the time
you
get to Detroit.
You want to set yourself up for success. I mean, we can go back to like the playoff 2 years ago where we had Philadelphia in the first round. That's a matchup that should have been more of like an Eastern Conference Finals, not a first round matchup.
Yeah.
And Philly was doing so well. Joel got hurt, and they dropped to being a play-in team. But you think about that matchup, and then Knicks had to expend so much energy just to beat Philly that once they got to the Pacers, everyone was just dropping like flies. Right?
And they were already dropping in the Philly series.
Yeah.
Remember, they had no Mitch. You had no Julius. Mm-hmm. Bogdanovich got rolled up on in Game 4.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think Philly's going to continue to slide. You see the Hawks there, 10th. I mean, the Hornets. Hornets are coming back to life, coming back to earth. Miami's half game back at Toronto, so that's realistic. And then you have Orlando. It's going to be one of those 3 teams. It's going to be Magic, Raptors, Heat. It's going to be one of those 3 for that first round matchup.
Who's your rank for all of them? How would you rank the teams that you want to see in the first round between those teams?
Raptors, Magic, Heat.
Heat's the last team you want to see.
Yeah, best coach. Best coach. They run a more up-tempo style. Defensively can get tricky. Better, again, scheme. You're going up against the best coach in the sport.
I see people in the chat saying they want the Heat.
Sure, they'll win any one of those series. But I say, Orlando will be the most physical and just overall annoying. And we'll see what's up with Franz. Does Franz come back?
Definitely the most annoying opponent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somehow they'd be more annoying than the Heat. I don't know how, but they would be. Suggs would be like way too wired for that matchup.
They would be annoying.
And then Bane would also be there with being on 10.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind eliminating him. Okay, who else we got here? Make sure I went through all my super chat. Shout out to Son from Brooklyn. Son, how you feel, man?
Penetrates, creates,
I had my wrong
as well with the left hand.
The wrong soundbite there on the soundboard. Shout out to Son from Brooklyn. He says, I was at the game tonight with my son. I'm glad the team won, but the effort was atrocious. This is the 8th game in a row where the Knicks start off slow. I was not impressed with this win at all. Shout out to Son. Yeah, at least they got the dub. Let's hear what the people got to say, man. Rapid fire. We got a lot of people on the line. Knicksfix, start us off.
CP Alex, what up, fellas?
How you doing?
Going on.
Yeah, man. I had to take a little bit of a load management this week.
Nice.
But yeah, man. I think that the problem with the starting lineup is two-pronged, right? So the first thing is this. I think I keep saying it, but I think that it's Hart, right? I think that if Hart moves to the bench, what they essentially need is another a defender in that lineup, because you only got Mikal and OG. Hart gets turned around a lot in that starting lineup, and what happens on the offensive end, he's not a weapon, right? So teams are sagging off of him, and that gives JB or Cat barely no paint, no space to work in the paint, because you're going against an extra defender in the paint. If you put a shooter in there, I don't necessarily think it has to be Shamet. It could be Modi. Something's got to change up, because these slow starts is going to do them in. And the second thing is the Knicks went 3 of 15.
Bro, Mo is never starting on this team right now this year. He makes way too much. He's a rookie, man.
So then it's got to be Shamet.
He does. How many minutes did he even get tonight? I didn't even see him in the second half.
Who are you talking about, Shamet or Modi?
Mo.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It's not necessarily about who's going to play the majority of minutes. It's the spacing that's off. That's the problem with the spacing is off with Hart in the game. That's the problem. The second thing is the Knicks are shooting way too many threes. They're going 3 for 15 on threes. So you go into the second quarter down 14. Of those 12 missed shots from 3, if you even shoot half of them from inside the paint, you could go into the second quarter down 4. It's these little things that and they're going one and done from 3. But what's causing the Knicks to lose these games, man, to go down so much, is Hart and his spacing. That's what I think, man. We got a couple games to fix it, but if they don't, they're gonna be in trouble.
The coach said it ain't X's and O's, man. The effort just stinks, bro. The effort stinks, man. I get it. You guys want to get technical with the spacing. Yo, Mo's not ready, man. I wish Knicks fans would stop overrating the guy. He's having a good season. The guy played 11 minutes tonight, man. And if he's not knocking down the threes, he's stumbling and bumbling around like a rookie, and he's hitting the bench. He's all right. He's not starting over Hart, bro.
I'm not saying that it has to be Modi. It has to be another shooter in there who can knock down the shots.
Yeah, but Shamet wasn't playing all that well either tonight. He was shot 2 for 8 from downtown tonight.
That's true, but you still got to guard him.
Yeah, but I mean, we can have all the space we want, but if they're not attacking the basket and still bricking from downtown, what's it worth?
Well, I agree with you there. They got to attack the basket, man.
They got to attack, man.
Fellas, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Stay up, fellas.
Yep. I'll let you Tuesday, man. The Knicksfix on the Discord. Rate that, call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Are you making a change out to the starting 5?
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I don't think you need to do that. I think, and I get it. I get look, man, I get what everyone is saying. They want the spacing. I get the whole Hart issue. But at the end of the day, I keep going back to this. look at the record with the starting five. They're 44-25, and they're winning more games than they're not. So like, why would you even change the starting five? And the reality is that if you want to say, hey, you can move faster with rotations, I think you could do that. But once again, if you take Hart out of that lineup, you're just leaving JB as the sole initiator.
And you're getting softer. You're getting softer, bro. I get it. He's struggling. I get it. He's struggling. But you're getting softer, bro. You got no grit in that lineup when you take Hart out.
Well, he's not. He hasn't played some great defense either.
He was terrible tonight.
I get that. I would just say that with my biggest thing is that if you take him out, you're not going to have another playmaker. You're asking Brunson to do everything,
right.
And that's the whole point why we don't need that again.
Bro,
we saw what that was.
Playmaking for you. Shamit's not playmaking for you. Bridges ain't playmaking for you. OG's not playmaking for you.
And when Deuce returns, Deuce is not playmaking.
Deuce is not playmaking for you. You gotta live with the deficiencies and hope that he plays better. This is what they have. And the whole Mo thing, like, we gotta relax with the Mo thing. Please, can we relax with it? I know everybody wants a shiny new thing. We want to hype every single rookie in here. He's doing well, man. He's doing well. I'm not putting the kid down. But, like, we're putting this kid way over where he really is right now. Way over. It's like a wrestling term. You know, you put a guy over. We're putting him way over right now. Into, like, the main event spotlight when he's still like a mid-carder. You know what I'm saying?
He's not the last matchup. He should be the first.
Yeah, he's not the main. He's not the main event, man. Can we calm down with the Mo thing? Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D, man. $5 super chat says, if Mikal shows out round one, are all critics off? He's gambling on April like many NBA big prize, picking his stakes as high as hell. Yeah, of course. It's money time, man. He's delivering money time. Everything's forgotten.
Gotta be more than round one.
Definitely got to be more than round one.
It's gotta be more than round one. All right, like shout out to Chuck, man. Throw a hashtag P in the chat. It's gotta be all the rounds.
Yeah.
All the rounds.
Yeah,
all of them. I mean, you brought him in here for that reason.
Yeah. 704 said CP hyped up more than anyone. I didn't say not play him. You got to slow down. I said the whole starting thing. No, he's not a starter. Doesn't mean he can't be situational. Doesn't mean you can't bring him in to help you get a spark, get some defense, or get some shots up. But the 11 minutes that he's getting right now, I'm totally fine with it. I did not find myself saying we need to put this kid back in. I'm totally fine with it. You see what he has. If he can give you a spark, fine. If not, you bring him along slowly. He's developing. Let him develop. We're talking about big money time, big money minutes. The coach is not trusting him. That's not me. That's the coach. The coach is not trusting him for bigger minutes than that.
I think he will get his minutes in the postseason, though. I think he will be utilized.
I'm fine with that. But he doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes. 25 minutes.
No, it doesn't have to be 30 minutes. No.
It doesn't have to be that.
For any player coming off the bench outside of Mitch, outside of Mitch, Landry, and if Deuce can be Deuce, everybody else is situational. Show me what the matchup is. It's situational. They do not. Everybody else does not need to be a mainstay. But you definitely need Shamit. You definitely need Mitch, and you definitely need Deuce.
Yeah.
I miss Deuce's consistent 3-point shooting right now.
Missing it. I mean, what did he shoot before he left? Like 45%?
He was in the 40s, man. He was shooting like 40, 42%, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And not having that, like, damn, that's hurting this team. When you start looking at the 3-point shooting numbers that you got tonight and you're like, looking for answers, not having somebody like Deuce, that hurts.
Yeah.
So you need him to come back, man, because look, and like I said, even though like Clarkson get minutes and what he provides you, he's still an erratic shooter. So like, who's going to be your consistent 3-point shooters outside of Shamit and some of the guys in the starting lineup? That being Brunson, Cat, Bridges.
That's right. It's tough. We'll be all right, man. We'll be all right.
So you're telling me, CP, you don't want Mo to play 45 minutes a night?
Yo, I think Mo's good. with where he's at right now. He's good, man. He's good. He got his 3 points tonight. No rebounds. Like, there's more that you need out of your starting five than just shooting. You need more.
I think that's the one thing that irritates me is that we constantly go back to like the spacing. And it's like there's more aspects to the game than just spacing the floor out.
Yeah.
And you can get that in spurts throughout the game. I don't necessarily think that starting up with a starting five that could space the floor out the wazoo is going to necessarily be the difference maker in like getting out into leads. I don't necessarily think that. Because guys still have to hit their shots. Like, if no one's hitting their threes to create the spacing for, let's say, Brunson or Cat, what's the difference in then just, like, clogging the paint what you're doing to Hart right now?
You can still play with some grit. You can still, here's an idea, dump it down to the big man when he's got a guy like Post on him. From the first quarter, they should have been inside, getting to the free throw line. I don't need 100 guys spacing. Dump it down to the big man. He's got Post on him. Period. Attack the basket with as much inferior defensive team. Shout out MA007 $10 super chat. It's definitely effort, but Hart getting smoked on defense is killing us. And when Mikal doesn't step up, it makes the floor spacing terrible and takes away Hart's effectiveness otherwise. So, okay. Shout out to Francois Mantilla. $5 super chat says, I vividly remember Mo and Jose ignore Cat while wide open. Why is Cat being ignored on offense? He has to be the first or second option. That's the hierarchy. And then Francis says it has to be coaching. Why Cat is being ignored on offense. Armand Dutta, spacing can't fix effort. All right, let's go rapid fire through the phones. Kind of got away from the phones for a second. Let's go rapid fire. Lefty, the heart. Lefty, go ahead.
What's going on, guys? You can hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. Like I said, it wasn't a pretty win, but at least we got them, man. You know what I'm saying? It would have been disgusting if we would have lost that game. But I got a couple pointers I want to talk about. I think for one, I think we all know it's obvious. We gotta start off the games better, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Come out with fire, come out with a lot of energy and a lot of effort. We ain't been seeing that, recently. And that's what that will give us a jump start, you know what I'm saying, in the game. And feed Cat the ball like the all-star he is. He's supposed to at least have 5 to 6 or at least 10 attempts, I should say, in the first quarter for me. You know what I'm saying? Off the rip. He should be coming out firing him and Brunson. You know what I'm saying? And the next point is we should, it should be more confidence within our players, especially the starting five. Mikal Bridges be out there looking like, shaky with the ball. He should be trying to attack. You know what I'm saying? Like how OG attack. He should be more willing to attack than, running around, just passing the ball around and not having no confidence in himself. That's what he looked like. And it looked like he wanted to be Iron Man to the point where he don't want to overextend himself. Like, all right, I want to save myself for the playoffs, and then I'm going to start playing hard. But like, nah, bro, you're getting $150 million, bro. You're supposed to play like that. That's why, you're going to get sat down and have other people taking your minutes because you're not showing the effort you're supposed to as that starting five. You know what I mean? And the other thing is the impact off the bench, you know what I'm saying, it comes sometimes when you got players like Josh Hart, who's not playing how he's supposed to play, but then you got Jordan Clarkson to come in and he'll do what he got to do, or Landry Shamet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, crap.
Point shot, even though his finger got messed up, but certain games you'll see he'll come back with a triple-double and have like 16. Next thing you know, he's shaky again like Mikal Bridges, just passing the ball around, running around. We need more effort, you know what I'm saying? We need more consistency with him back on his offensive wise, you know what I'm saying? Him getting that heart back like we always know Josh Hart to be.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to say is I'm not trying to panic or nothing. I like where we at, you know what I'm saying? The standards, how much wins we got compared to all the other seasons that all of our Knicks fans done endured, the horrible seasons. We in a great spot, and all we got to do is stay healthy, consistent, you know what I'm saying, and have more fire, you know what I'm saying? I said, start out more energy with the game, every game that we play for the rest of the season until the playoffs come. and we got to lock in. You know what I'm saying? Start panicking when the playoffs come, when we start losing to, you know what I'm saying, in the first round or something. But don't panic right now. We should all just be going hard for them right now as much as we can. And let's go Knicks, man. Go win.
Yeah. Salute, man. So salute. Okay. Back to it. Maly, go ahead. Unmute your mic. Maly, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just going to get straight to the point.
Please.
Yeah, Mikal Bridges, we got to get him going because, you know, he's not closing games. And we're talking about the same guy who won us those 2 games last year in Boston. And I'm going to just keep it a buck. We're going to see Boston second round. And, they're going to come back for revenge, obviously. We got to, as a team, we got to figure it out because, it's so little time now. We have 13 games, you said?
13.
Yeah, so it's little time to kind of figure things out, and I'm just gonna keep I know we're gonna be playing. We all know, I think deep down, I don't want to look past any team, but I think we all know deep down we're gonna be playing Boston second round, and I think the winner of that series is gonna come out the East. Honestly,
okay,
we gotta figure it out, and that's all.
Maly on the Discord. Shout out to Maly. No defensive player of the game tonight. We leaving the Tims in the locker. Shout out to LP. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Rapid fire. Let's go.
Yo, CP. Alex, can y'all hear me?
How you doing, man?
Yo. What's good? CP, man? Just want to start off. Horrible game, man.
Yeah.
It almost feels like a loss, honestly, man. I mean, it's a win, but it's just the way it unfolded. I mean, nobody probably recognized half of those guys. Golden State, a lot of G League guys, whoever. I can't make sense of it. I mean, I know it's a 21-point comeback, but I don't know, man. I really don't feel happy about it, man, because I was like, if they lose this game, they don't even deserve to get past the first round. Well, going to the second round. They don't deserve to go past the second round if they lose this game. And one more thing I'm saying, CP and Alex, I think, how it's going to go, I don't want to say nothing, but I think at the end of the season, man, I didn't want to see Cat go because I like Cat, represents the city from Jersey, but I think it's going to be him and Mikal. Giannis is going to come in the summer because, this is I'm going to put that out there now. I think that's what it's going to end. Unless we win it all and win the whole thing, then no one's going to move. But if we don't win it, I think that's how it's going to roll. That's my take, CP and Alex. Thanks for taking my call, yo.
Thanks, bro. All right, man. That was LP on the Discord. Okay. Keeping it rolling. Let's go. Do we have Ashwin? Ashwin, are you there? Rapid fire. Let's go. Do we have Ashwin?
Yeah, CP. Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So Hart, I think he got to take a couple of more games off. He's clearly not 100%, and the defensive lapses are way too much. So
who are you being Hart? Hart did come back. You're talking about Hart, right? He did come back from the injury tonight.
Yeah. He needs to get a couple of more days off because I think he was wincing in pain also today or this game too. So that's what he got to do. Mikal thing, I don't know, man. We all want him to play gritty, right? But to play gritty, especially in how today's games are played, you need literal physical strength. That's gonna be the factor. But and we all know he lacks in that front. So it's up to him how he's gonna figure that out for playoff. Because as of this position, in all the 6 years I've been watching Knicks, I think this is the season where we can't tell anything. Whatever we say right now is pointless. It all comes down what happens from the first game of playoffs. So whatever we say now is pointless, and Mikal has the time to figure out how he can be gritty without that main aspect that is required to be gritty. And the Cat thing, man, everybody, we keep saying we need to feed Cat. He's our highest paid center. He's the most skilled big man. We need to feed him. Even Alvarado was trying to feed Cat before, but he isn't now. Mm-hmm. So it comes to the fact that is Cat the right person here, or everyone else is wrong? Do you get what I'm saying? Why is everyone going away from him? Is everyone one person wrong, or every other person wrong? Everyone else on the team is wrong. something to think about. Like you must have seen CP, like when Cat keeps arguing with his teammates, like they just ignore him. They don't respond to it. He keeps talking and talking. Like you must have seen the clip where Mitch ignores his words and OG his words. So just gotta think about it. Like I'm not saying Cat is he's been playing very good last 10 so games. He has been rebounding well. He has been trying on defense. Last 2-3 games he has been bad on defense again. But still, we have to think that if everyone is going away from him, is it his fault or is it everyone's else fault? That's all, man.
Yeah, it's a good question, man. It's it's that chicken or the egg question all the time, man. It's that chicken or the egg question. But it's obviously from his perspective, from his own words, it is a different system in terms of how he handles the rock. It does give more freedom for others, but it also requires those players to be smarter, have the IQ and the wherewithal to get him the ball, and also him have the wherewithal to demand the ball. And yeah, I think in some respects, he's too damn nice of a guy. Where he should be going into timeout, looking at every single one of those person asking, are you an all-star? Are you an all-star? Are you an all-star? Are you an all-star? Okay, give me the damn ball. I just think sometimes they just make things very hard for themselves. And you have the wrong guys taking tough shots at times. Doesn't mean they shouldn't be taking shots. It's the type of shots that those guys will opt for, Al, rather than giving it to Karl. And like I said, whether it's the trail threes or whether it's just a simple mid-range, it's still a better shot than what 90% of these guys will put up when they're contested.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Karl-Anthony Towns, man, it's look, earlier on, it was like, can he demand the ball? He's now setting himself up for the ball, and he's not even getting the ball. But you put that on Mike Brown at this point?
Yeah.
For him, you say yes or no?
Yeah.
So then Mike Brown's got to get back to it, man.
Yeah.
Got to get to the drawing board, figure out how you're going to get your second best player, man, your all-star out there looking like an actual all-star. Because right now he's just looking like a high-end role player at times.
That's right. All right, keep the show moving. Trying to wrap. Keith Cap, guy, now meet your mic. Rapid fire.
CP Alex, what's going on, guys?
Good. How you doing, man?
Good. Just a few key things that I noticed from watching the game tonight. I just thought it was just sloppy play overall. Like you guys had said, I would have booed them too, and I love the Knicks, but they just were not. They came out slow, they came out dry, and they just didn't have it. And I really wanted to see the Mitch and Cat lineup earlier. I think the lineup could have dominated, but obviously it's, Mike Brown's team, Mike Brown's choices. But I do like kind of the statement that Mike Brown made at his press conference, and also not giving out the Tims tonight, I think is a big statement, saying, we're not just going to give these out. You guys didn't play defense, so there's no point in giving these out. I mean, OG looked off. All of them looked off, and Bridges really needs to get his act together. Yeah, I think we got, like you said, CP, we got a month, so they better need to figure it out.
Yeah.
But very frustrating game. I'm obviously glad they won, but I'm also glad that, Clarkson lessen the cardiac affairs, and he's becoming more natural and more into his own, so that's always a good sign.
Yes,
appreciate what you guys do.
Appreciate it, bro. Shout out to Steven Santiago, $10 super chats. His family shown this Sunday night. I was at MSG. So much for the scrimmage game, right? Yeah, it was Steven that asked me. He was like, yo, I'm paying a big money for this game tonight. And I'm like, ha, should be a night where we get some rest. Chill. Poor Steven and them was in for a cardiac affair against Pods, Post, Santos, and the boys. Pods, Post, Santos combining for 60. So, yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough. So, shout out to... Oh, he said he's watching World Baseball Classic. Also in family show level. Yeah, watching on my phone. Yeah. DR goes down. They thought the pitch was low. Was the pitch low? Did you see the replay out?
I haven't seen the replay yet.
Was the pitch low?
Go pull it up right now and take a look.
Yeah. All right. In the meantime, Dro on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good.
You hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, man. How you doing?
1 second, family. If you don't mind, because I'm trying to put on speaker, maybe not. Okay.
No speaker, please. No speaker.
No, okay. No, it's all good. I understand. I'm old enough to understand how the technology works, sir.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to have to give it up to, right now, the disrespectful, the way the Knicks played. Because I want to say one thing. Everything I keep hearing from the young crowd is the analytics, right? Analytics, 3 points. You know, this is what analytics play. Who is the most efficient player in the NBA right now in shooting? It's SGA.
Yeah.
And his mid game is the most efficient shooting. The history does not repeat itself for no reason. Everybody keeps talking about this 3-point ball. What I got a problem with Coach Brown tonight is because you got the smallest lineup and you don't run no plays with Cat. Now, when Cat wanted to make the play to pass, I agree with it 100%. But again, I have a problem with JB. JB threw across the court pass when he was lined up with Cat. I have problems with that. This is why this is embarrassing. Because the play of the game is totally lost. It's all about analytics. I disagree with it 100%. I have a problem, and this is going to be going into the playoffs. You want to know why? Because he's not correcting that. The fact that he's not giving nobody defensive play of the game, I'm not giving you anything because you should have been saying, give Cat the ball, post it up, because this whole analytics thing is crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, this is not NBA, bro. This is not basketball. Anybody who's a Knicks fan that's young, that have never seen them playoffs, I understand that 100%. I'm older than most, and I witnessed a lot of heartbreak. But please, review the old history is the reason why the NBA is played. You feel
Yes,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I dig it, man. Appreciate the call, man.
I mean, I just don't understand this whole game.
Yeah.
I can't even watch it.
It's tough, man. But you're a Knicks fan, man, so you tap in either way, man. Appreciate the call.
I'm a diehard Knicks fan, sir. You know,
All right,
I want them to go, I want them to go far, of course.
Okay.
Better play, that's all.
All right. That we got Dro on the Discord. Hang in there, Dro. He's got the Yankee symbol in there. I'm not sure if he was watching World Baseball Classic tonight. USA over the DR 2-1. Are you a USA fan? Were you going for the DR? Let me know your thoughts on the comment section.
I now saw the pitch.
Yeah, what do you think? Was it low?
It was low. It was a low pitch, man.
That was kind of like a World Series type pitch. That was a playoff pitch.
It was certainly a playoff pitch.
That's a playoff pitch. I feel like Judge gets punched out on those all the time in a big spot. That's a playoff pitch. This is a World Baseball Classic, baby. You go hard or go home. This is what y'all wanted, right? No exhibition, no all-star.
But you're asking the question, so I'm giving you the answer, man.
Yeah.
It was a low pitch.
You thought it was low?
Outside the box. Under the knees.
Let's see. Actually, no, I don't really want to do this because I don't know if they're going to... No. All right, we'll leave it to the imagination because I don't know. I don't really trust... not sure with those highlights what we could do with it. Fox is very, very... they're very tight with the highlights, so I don't really want to risk it. Okay. Shout out to Left On Fan. Fanchise channel member, $20 super chat. Says they need to run plays. This no plays offense does not work to get Cat involved. Well, they said Tibbs didn't run plays. Left on low, left on fan. Tibbs was trying to run read and react as well.
Yeah, but Tibbs also had a hierarchy. You
Tibbs
knew who
had
was
a
getting
hierarchy. Tibbs
you know who was getting the ball.
Yeah. Tibbs definitely. He had a hierarchy.
Yeah. It was Brunson, Cat,
Brunson, Randall.
Oh man, who was it?
Yeah.
Who you say? Brunson, Cat, Hart.
Yeah. That was it, man. That was it. Real time, it was a strike. Replay, it was a ball. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're looking at it in slow-mo, it's tough. I feel like that's a playoff / World Series type of strike that drives me crazy. I get the frustration from the Dominican side, but if we're talking about high stakes, big money game, it seemed pretty normal. Pretty normal for me.
Yeah, but now you got replay in baseball, so you could be like, was that right?
They didn't run a replay on that, right? No. CodyGlock, get on your mic. Rapid fire, let's go. Do we have the Glocks during here? Do we have the
Y'all can hear me, man?
Yep. How you feeling, man?
Alright, so who's the sponsor today, CP, man?
We got Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the sponsor.
Yo, shout out Prize Picks, man. I take care of my parlays profusely with the utmost friction in my mixing. Charge pre-tabernacles. This is the third time I'm calling, right? Yo, CDP Alex, right? I can't wait until the playoffs, bro. I can't wait until the play. Like, I'm tired of hearing about Cat, Mikal, Josh. Yo, shout out Josh Tilly. You ain't have to play tonight, Josh Tilly. You see how the fans do you? But you came out, you did what you had. Yo, Mikal, this is what I'm saying, right? Let me ask y'all a question, B. And it's a no in between kind of, it's like a yes or no question. How do y'all look at this team right now? Glass half empty or glass half full?
Always full. It ain't over till it's over. So, and they just getting started. It's always full.
Okay. So, do you agree, Alex?
Yeah, it's glass half full.
Okay.
Not trying to be a doomer.
Can we also agree that the playoffs and the regular season are a different game?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure. Okay, so I say that to say, right? For the past 6-7 years, I would say 10. I'll go as far as 10, but for the past 6-7 years, the teams that reach the playoffs, you got one side where people I predict that team will make it. Yeah, of course. And you got another side where it's always been a team you wouldn't think would be there. For the past 6-7 years, it's been Pacers, it's been the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, we big up to you, Steph, and all of them. But that team, I ain't think that was gonna make it. With Jordan Poole and them, I ain't think they was gonna make it to the finals. It been them. It been the Miami Heat. So what I'm trying to say to you, all the teams in the NBA have nooks and crannies, bro. All of them go through stuff, bro. All of them go through stuff.
Let's ask Ari what he thinks. Let's just kick off a battle of the fans real quick to wrap up the show. Ari, go ahead and unmute your mic. Are you glass half full or glass half empty?
Yo, what up?
What up?
Am I glass? What's up? What's up? Am I glass full or glass half empty?
Yeah.
I would just say the glass is just half. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just say it's half. There's half of the amount of liquid in the glass is what I would say. I am neither glass half full nor half empty. I am objective, and my opinion on the team changes with new information. For example, when we were 2-9 and I called in and freaked out, which went viral because obviously the algorithm loves Ari, right? You got mad clicks on that. I was freaking out, right? Then they went on a big run. and they won like 8 in a row. I'm like, all right, this team is nice. We beat the Spurs. It was like, I was like, all right, great. Michaela was actually playing ball at the time. You know, it was like, and then I'm looking and I see this is a nasty, nasty win right after a nasty ass win against a team that was trying to lose in Utah. We have championship aspirations. We gave up 5 picks and a swap and a 4 years, $150 million contract that hasn't even started yet for a ballerina who gets benched for a veteran minimum guy. Okay. Shout out to Mike Brown and shout out to you, CP. You're not gaslighting tonight. You were giving it straight tonight. I appreciate that. So salute to you. But this whole idea that like, oh, let's just be everyone. Let's just be optimistic, as if this team hasn't lost every single year to a team worse than us, a lower seeded team. It's the same stuff with these Knicks fans. We're gonna go, guys. Don't worry. We're gonna turn. Mikal's gonna turn it on in the playoffs, guys. Meanwhile, he averaged 44% and 33% from the field. It's nonsense, bro. This team is not a champ. This team is not a championship team.
Let's get the Glockster in here. Let's get the Glockster in here for a reply. CodyGlock.
It's my turn. No, it's my turn. You know why? Because I don't want to hear that. You talking about we lost to a more inferior team twice in a row. Well, Indiana had all 8 players. Indiana went to the finals, took OKC to the finals, game 7. What are we talking about? They could have won that finals. I don't want to hear that, Ari. You know what I want to say to you, Ari, right now? This is what I want to say to you. This is Mikal's 2nd year. It's a new coach. You talk about, we always got to be optimistic, this, that, and the third. It's people like you. It's people like you, B. You know why it's people like you? Because every time we got a fan talking about, oh, no, this is going wrong, that's going wrong, this is going wrong. It brings negative energy into the universe. We don't need that in the universe. Mikal, I'm rocking with you. Right or wrong, I'm rocking with you. Because I know you're going to pull it together when the time is right, just like Indiana did, just like Golden State did, just like all of them did to go to the finals. OKC, y'all going to pull it together and y'all going to win. Because it's a different game in the playoffs. And the best people in the more deep lineup and the more balanced teams win. I don't care.
Ari? Would you like to reply to that?
I mean, basically, what I got from that. First of all, what I'll say is this: fans, and this is no disrespect to Cody, but like fans that just like, my energy matters for the performance of the New York Knicks. Like what Ari from Manhattan thinks matters for what the Knicks happen. You see how he's kind of like blaming the fan instead of blaming the guy we just paid $150 million for, who's averaging 6.5 points in the past 6 games, who's getting benched, right? Like I'm talking. Listen, I let you talk. You let me talk. Listen, I'm talking just straight up facts, right? We lost to lower ranked teams every year in the playoffs. My energy means nothing. Fans like Cody, who always have to be positive, always blah blah. Don't worry, we're gonna turn it up. We're gonna turn it up. Allow Leon Rose and MSG to basically get away with murder by trading 5 picks for a role player and by paying Karl-Anthony Towns $60 million. And now we're gonna have to go into the second apron next year because we're gonna have to pay Mitch. This is what I'm saying, right? I'm just objective, right? If they win 6 games in a row and Michaela learns how to play basketball again, and they actually give the ball to Cat, and Cat scores, and they're balling out like they were earlier in the season, my opinion will change. But there's nothing right now that suggests that. My energy means nothing to the result of this. I keep it a buck, all right? And let's be honest, I haven't been wrong. Ever, honestly. I said trade Randall. I was right about that. I said Tibbs sucked. I was right about that. On January 26, 2024, I called in, said the Mikal Bridges trade sucked. I didn't know it was this bad, but I was right about that too. What have I been wrong about? Maybe one day you'll listen to me, you guys. I said Clarkson when everyone gave up on Clarkson. Oh, he's a cone on defense. Oh, he's terrible. Let's trade Clarkson. When I said you're going to need Clarkson to score in the playoffs, like I said with campaign, what ended up happening? You guys were pretending Giannis was going to come here. I told you Giannis wasn't going to come here. What have I been wrong about? Nothing.
Okay. Last comment, CodyGlock, and we will send it to the people at home to vote. This is the People's Show. We had an impromptu battle of the fans. CodyGlock, Ari, start putting your votes out there. But CodyGlock, last comment for you, sir.
They been wanted us on the battlefield. We putting up boards on the battlefield right now. So this is what I'm gonna say. Next year we could worry about if it's a good trade or a bad trade. Next year we could worry. You see this off season we got coming up? This is beautiful. We ain't never been in no situation like this, whether it's win a championship or Giannis. And I know for a damn fact, Giannis ain't buying no crib out in the wherever he bought the crib in New York. He ain't buying no crib out here. He ain't talking about New York how he talking about New York if he not coming here. So I'm satisfied, Leon Rose. Thank you for bringing us to this juncture where we reached the Eastern Conference Finals last year. We're one of the favorites to get out of the East this year, and we're one of the favorites to land one of the best players in the NBA. Thank you for putting our organization in that position. I'm going to be positive till the day I die. Shout out Nikki Pipes, man. Shout out Silly Pink Fritos, man. Shout out Perry Saturn, B. Shout out Ari, man. You put up boards on the battlefield. Shout out KFTV. I'm out, man. Chuck D the God.
All right. That was it, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes the Battle of the Fans. We appreciate both contestants tonight. Vote for your winner tonight in the poll. Ari from Manhattan, CodyGlock. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. This is what we do. If you're new here and you're still sticking with us at 12:30 at night on the East Coast, this is what we do, man. You're not getting this nowhere else. For the fans, by the fans, man. We just let the people have at it. You know, this is your show. You air out your grievances. We keep it real here 1,000% of the time. You let us know how you feel. You share your opinions, and the people will vote on the chat. Al, do you have a winner, sir?
Going with Cody, man.
Okay.
I'm going with positivity.
All right.
I still think it's too early to give up on this team, man. You never know. I mean, last year I had a lot of skepticism about the team. Never thought they were going to lose, but I had skepticism as to how far they were going to make it just because of their inconsistency that we saw last season. And they made it to the ECF. I think there's a clear path to get back to the ECF this year with how all the other teams are playing. Like, it's not the same Boston team that we're talking about. It's not that dominant team that we saw with Drew and White and Tatum and Brown and KP out there. It's not the same team, man. And then when I look at what the Cavs are doing, everybody, I just don't. No one really scares me at all in the East, man. Look, even Detroit is going through their ups and downs right now before getting to the postseason.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not worried, man. So that's why I'm gonna go with Cody, man. I'm gonna keep believing in this team, man, till the wheels fall off.
Good people in the chat say, right now, 65% for CodyGlock right now. 65% for CodyGlock, man. I'm gonna go with the Glocks, man. I'm with you, Ari. I'm sorry, man. I hear the complaints. I hear the concerns. I'm glass half full, always will be, because the playoffs are a different game. I'm with you, Al. I fear none of these teams in the East. They are good teams. Yes, the Knicks have flaws. They have their issues. They can still come out of the East. I'm still gonna put that out there. And it ain't over till it's over. And it hasn't even started yet. We got 13 games, a week off to recalibrate and get up for it. You're going to have every other game to get your effort up and play to the maximum of your abilities. I'm going with CodyGlock tonight, man. I know Ari's not. I'm going with the positivity. Ari probably left here to go join a Twitter space to continue this tirade. Well, we appreciate both contestants, and this is what we do. You know, you call us up in the KFTV Discord. You heard from a lot of people tonight. Knicksfix. You heard from Ashwin from India. If you want to smoke from anyone, this is an equal opportunity platform. You call us up in the Discord. You let us know who you want to call out. We'll see if we can bring that person back. and have at it. You know, we were able to produce this impromptu battle because we kind of knew the angles that both guys were coming with. You know what I'm saying now? So it was easy to just bring them in and just let them go at it. The Glockster was calling from the hallway. Somebody said he was quietly yelling. And Ari was doing the same. So there it is. You let us know on the chat. But yeah, so far it looks like the Glockster's running away with it. Salute. Salute. Okay. All right. Let's read off the super chats and then we will go. Shout out to everybody who tapped in today. Good show. Productive conversations. That's what we do here. Productive convos. Okay. Shout out to Kane Marco Al. $20 super chat. Kane weighs in. He says, I'm going with the Glockster. All these dudes do is cry like a damsel in distress. Time does not rewind. What is the point of crying about the things that cannot be changed? How about giving solutions and not weeping and sobbing? Okay, so Kane Marco, he's going with the Glock. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D. $5 super chat. Says, battle of KFTV fan legends. Pipes busting in March after a W on national TV. Unprecedented. we won the game. I almost forgot. Shout out to Aggravated Man. He says, Ari spit nothing but facts. Fans like Cody are delusional and swear this team has some type of switch they can just turn on. Are we blind? We can be fans and still be truthful. All right, so Aggravated is going with Ari, even though the popular vote went to CodyGlock. Aggravated Man is going with Ari from Manhattan. Okay. Here's Cedric Melbourne out. $5 super chat. Says, I summoned the Glocks there to talk us off the ledge. However, we are not taking our foot off of Bridges' neck. He's got to step it up. Let's go Knicks. Okay. Shout out to Cedric. Appreciate the super chat and the comment. And lastly, shout out to William Burton. $10 super chat says, that made the show worthwhile. Shout out to William. Oh, this is what we do. We are promoters here. And this is what we do on the number one show for the fans, by the fans, man. All we ask in return is your support, good people at home. Like, share, subscribe. Share this in the group chat tomorrow before work. It'll make work go by fast. On when you got the case of the Mondays, you come back and you listen to the battle. All right, we'll clip the battle up. We'll put it out as a separate video. And once again, we congratulate all contestants. We'll give something away, man. We'll give something away. Glockster, whatever you want from the store. We'll do that, and in the future, Battle of the Fans, we'll give something away, man. We'll give something away to the winner. So shout out to the Glockster. We can give away to the Glockster. We got these just in time for the playoffs. The grind starts now, man. T-shirts. Did I send you this one out? Did I send you this one?
Nah, not yet. That's fire. Yeah, I like that.
The grind starts now. Yeah, and we you can get the shirts as a single, but we also have them in a bundle. Where we have the shirt, we have the rally towel. The bundle comes with the shirt, the rally towel, and sticker pack. So it's nice little 3-piece bundles here. A lot of people have been liking the bundles on KnicksFanTV.com. So yeah, man, you can get them on KnicksFanTV.com. You can get the bundle, whatever you need, and we got you, man. Fast shipping and all of that. Okay. Good show, man. Tomorrow we got Knicks Weekly. Tommy Beer will be joining us tomorrow, man. We'll kick off at 5 o'clock Knicks Weekly. And then we got the Pacers coming back to town on Tuesday. So another action-packed week ahead for Knicks Fan TV. You know how we do, man. We never stop. The grind never stops. So salute.
Can't stop, won't stop is what they say, CP.
Cannot. All right, man. Go get me a snack and wrap up. We'll get the podcast up. Remember that these shows are available in audio podcast format as well. So if you miss it on video, we got you on the audio side as well. Yeah, we got you on audio side as well. Hard Jeezy, do you have that in blue or black? No, right now just the white version, but maybe next season we'll make an alternate. But I kind of like the white version with the MSG the contrast. We go orange and blue, so we got everything in there. You know what I mean? Grind starts now. You got the starts now in like the little clock font. Yeah, shout out my guy, Tone. That's our resident designer for the merch. Shout out to Tone. Al, great show, all the mods. Make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Shout out to Bonsai Knicks, a 500 yen. Shout out to Bonsai Knicks. Salute to you. And I think that's it. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Shout out to Francisco Mantilla. Says, is this on the players for complaining about Tibbs and getting him ousted? Hey, they didn't, you play for who you want to play for. It was just time. It was just Tibbs' time, though. All the way around. It was just Tibbs' time. All right, we'll see you guys later on Monday. Have a great week. We out of here, man. Peace.